A finished house. It's every Juan's dream to have one. You finally get the keys to your dream home and move in with your family. You take pride in showing off your beautiful house to your friends and family. Then bam, the bills start pouring in. No one warned you about this part. In fact, when it comes to buying or constructing a house, most homeowners only budget for two things: construction or purchase of the property. They forget about the costs that come after. And this is a major problem. These surprise expenses can quickly drain your savings, sometimes as much as 20% of your total budget. And the worst part, most of them are avoidable if you know about them early. So what are these hidden costs? First, transfer taxes and registration fees. When you buy a property, there are government fees that you need to pay to transfer the title from the seller to your name. These transfer taxes and registration fees can easily hit tens of thousands, especially if you're buying in a city like Metro Manila. To illustrate, we have John. John bought a 3 million peso house, but when it was time to sign the papers at the Registry of Deeds, he was surprised to find out that he had to pay an additional 200,000 pesos for transfer taxes and registration fees. He had no idea about this additional cost, and he didn't budget for it. So he had to borrow from his friends to make up for it. Now that's a downer, isn't it? Don't be like John. Remember, when buying a house, the price you see is not the final price. There are additional costs involved. Second, utility connection fees. When you move into your new house, you'll need water and electricity. But did you know it takes weeks to get these utilities connected? And you have to pay connection fees to get it done fast. I know someone who bought a house in Cavite and didn't have water for 3 months because he didn't budget for the water connection fee. And if you think it's cheap, it's not. It can be as high as 50,000 pesos. Same thing with electricity. Meralco has a connection fee of 500 pesos plus 150 pesos per day for every day that your electricity is not connected. That's almost 12,000 per month. Plus, you also have to pay for a separate electrical plan approval permit, which costs around 1,500 pesos. You'd also have to shell out money for a temporary or permanent fire extinguisher, depending on the size of your house. The Bureau of Fire Protection is requiring all houses to have one. So don't forget to ask the developer or the seller how much it would cost to get these utilities connected. Better yet, get a written estimate. Third, maintenance and repairs in the first year. Now this one might surprise you. You're buying a brand new house, so you think you won't have to spend any money for repairs, right? Well, not really. We've had clients who found cracks in the walls, doors that didn't close properly, loose cabinet doors, electrical outlets that were not working, leaking faucets, aircon units that needed to be topped up, ceilings that needed repainting, and the list goes on. Even if the house is brand new, you will still have to spend money for maintenance and repairs. Just for the peace of mind, set aside 5 to 10% of your budget for these types of expenses. And never skip the home inspection before making your final payment. I cannot emphasize this enough. So to recap, the top 3 hidden costs of buying a house are transfer taxes and registration fees, utility connection fees, and maintenance and repair cost. Now that you know about these hidden costs, you can easily avoid them. Just ask for a complete breakdown of all the costs you will incur before closing the deal. That way you won't be surprised. Also remember to set aside 5 to 10% of your budget for those unexpected expenses. And never skip the home inspection before making your final payment. Now that you know these hidden costs, are you ready to check your house if it has these problems? Watch the next video where I'll reveal the 5 items you should always inspect before accepting a finished house. See you there.